And welcome back to Dragon Age Origins with the Rude Man. In the last episode we went through Lothering, we did as many quests as we could, and we are now headed to Redcliffe and try to get more help for fighting the Darkspawn. So this is our first time at camp. I want to go around, talk to everybody, and find out what we can find out about them.
What do you need?
You want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
I just thought you might need to talk. That doesn't mean that I mourn his loss.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything. I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
What about the other Grey Wardens?
I don't know. I have no idea what the Grey Wardens do for them when they fall in battle. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
Actually, I lost enough to know what you're going through. My entire family was murdered just recently.
Oh, of course. How stupid of me to forget. Here I am going on and on about Duncan, and you... I am so sorry. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Well, he was a friend of mine too.
That's good to hear. It's nice to know I'm not the only one who remembers him well.
Alright, now this guy starts a quest line, and I'm not quite sure if I'm ready for that yet, so I'm going to leave him alone for the time being, and we will go talk to the dwarves.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick, at your service, once again. I saw your camp and remembered the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes? I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I'm sure I can't afford any of it, but you're sure. Well, let's take a look. Actually, before we take a look at your stuff, I want to sell my stuff. So let's start with the, well, let's start with the junky doodle-doo. Okay, crafting materials, other accessories. Let's start with the armor. And wow, yet I really don't know what to do here, because I should check and see if there's anything that my people can use before I sell anything. So how about if I do that? I'll check with my other people and then come back and sell stuff. So let's see, what do we have to say here?
Hello. The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
Oh yeah. What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform. But my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
All right. Well, that's enough for now. I'll come back and sell you some of my stuff. As soon as I check to see if any of my other people need any of it. Okay, so let's go talk. Let's talk to Morrigan. I'm sure she's not going to be too happy with anything I have to say.
What do you wish of me?
Nothing particularly. I'd like to discuss something personal. I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a shapeshifter?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not true. Your mother's been doing this for a long time then. That does sound like something you do.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Interesting. I didn't quite know it worked that way. Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
So, when you're in animal form, do other animals react to you?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
That's interesting. Can anybody learn to do this?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell, and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Well, actually, I didn't, but... well, that's all I need to ask.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
No, where'd that come from? I've never led you to believe that. I think your abilities sound quite useful.
Oh, you're simply full of surprises, little man, aren't you? But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
You think I'm a little man, huh? All right. So be it. I'm afraid of this guy. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to you, sorry. Although I could give him stuff. I think he has to be in my party first. Let's talk to this girl.
Yes?
So, I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
Well, so you are. So, what would someone like you be doing in a lothering chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
Well, you know, beautiful, charming woman like yourself.
And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lothering cloister, all of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique, because then they were forbidden, and forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
So I hear. Those initiates can't have been more lovely than you. What about your fruit? It is forbidden.
Flatterer. I, however, did not take vows, and so perhaps I am not as enigmatic. The chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Okay, I don't know what that means. Affirmed.
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
Okay, so you believe what you believe then. What did you do before that?
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Okay. Whoa! +6 for her. Well, I guess she is a minstrel. Look at that instrument. God, that'd be hard to play. Okay, well, let's form a party and get out of here.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
And let's see, we're going to go to... Well, we've already been to Lothern. We need to go to Redcliffe. So let's kind of head that way. Uh-oh. What do we run into? Bad guys. Oh, I didn't see the traps. There's traps everywhere. Now I have trap skills. Does that mean I can undo these things?
Right ahead.
Oh, come on. I can't undo them? What about her?
What now?
What now? Can you do that? Can you do these? It failed, huh? Alright. I guess we don't have sufficient skills. Isn't that par for the course? Okay, let's see. Let's start with him, and we're going to... I'll be right back. I'm going to distribute some of this armor and stuff. Okay, so I've distributed some armor, and we're going to get out of here. Let's see. We can... I don't want to run over any traps.
This should be easy enough.
Demonic Ichor. That doesn't even sound good. So let's see if we can get out of here. No reason to travel any further in that direction. So which direction do we need to go? This way?
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
Oh, this has got to be good. Let me guess, you're an idiot. So, what's on your mind?
Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Arl Eamon exactly?
No, you didn't. I think you said something about that he raised you.
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Arl Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
Wow, there's a bombshell for you. You don't think that he might have told me before now?
How? When would I say that? Oh, by the way, King Marek had sex with a servant and she produced a bastard son. That's me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess I can understand.
Oh, good. I'm glad. It's not like I got special treatment for it anyhow. Al Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care. But she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Bitch. Did she know the truth about you?
She may have, but I think it's more likely that she feared the rumors might be true. I can't blame her for that. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall. And it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Owl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually he just stopped coming.
Yeah, sounds like you're pretty spoiled. So you're an heir to the throne, right? You were young.
And raised by dogs. Or I may as well have been the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that, I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man and well loved by the people. He also was King Kaelin's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Well, you kind of are a nobody, even if you're a bastard. As you command, my prince.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
Well, you asked for that one. All right, who's this Poppin' Jay?
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
Help you do what?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
Heard what?
We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying. We've no army to defend us, no Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead, and those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arl Eamon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Well, I guess we're going to go see Ban Tegan.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done,
Well,
Thomas.
I think
Greetings,
Hollister's
friends.
kind of
My
simple.
name is Tegan, Ban of Rainisfere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Kaelin risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man.
Indeed.
So, you are a Grey Warden as well? Is it possible we've met? You seem very familiar.
Well, I'm royalty, man.
Ah, yes, that's it, exactly. A pleasure to meet you indeed, though I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother? Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead. Decomposing corpses, returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
Of course we'll help.
There are no darkspawn here, and nothing to gain. It is a fool's errand.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really want to bring you along, but there you go. What would you have us do instead? If there's a chance to rescue the Arl, we have to try. I'm not abandoning these people. Then leave if you don't like it. There you go. No, we got, if there's a chance to rescue the Arl.
Yet helping these humans does nothing of the sort.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
All right. I'd like to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
You have some of the Earl Eamon's knights here. Why are you in Chantry? What exactly are the things that attacks the village? Or so what happens after this battle is over? Yeah, I want to know about the knights.
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
Yeah, they were looking for the urn.
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
All right, I think I'll do that. All right, so I'll go to
Very
work.
well. Luck be with you, my friend.
And with you. Peace be with you, my son. Okay, so obviously Sten is pissed off at us. Alistair and the girl approve. But we don't care about Sten things anyway. I very seldom use Sten. Because I usually play as a warrior myself, so... if I was playing as a magic, then I might use him a little more. Because he's a good fighter and all that kind of stuff.
Fish? And something else. Oh, more fish.
Is this where humans keep all their wisdom? Your behavior makes much more sense to me now.
Walking corpses. Do you think it's something in the water?
I don't think so. Oh, alright. Alright, so, yeah, I want a magic user, so I'll take her. She doesn't care for anything I do because I'm playing as a good person, and she wants me to kill and maim and all that kind of stuff, but so be it. I'm not having a romance with her anyway. If I have a romance at all, it'll probably be with the little redhead girl. So, let's go down and talk to the mayor.
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
Yeah, I know. Keep hearing that. Are you sure you didn't hear that we killed the king?
Could be that I did. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
No,
Well,
I
we do
wouldn't
want
do
to help
that.
however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
You can call me Dorian.
Fair enough. What can I do for you?
What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Why does Owen refuse to talk to you?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
All right, well, nobody else can do these repairs?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
I'm just asking questions. You don't have to get snooty about it. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then?
Sir, what should we do until then?
Pray, and hope for a miracle.
Right. Let's go talk to the blacksmith.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Oh, woe is me. So, is this Owen the blacksmith?
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I'd rather not speak through the door.
Certainly not. I don't know you and I don't want to. Off you go.
Well, fine.
Good.
Well, let's go see if we can talk to the blacksmith.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace.
Oh!
You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's
Oh,
nothing
woe
left.
is me. Is this Owen the blacksmith?
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I'd prefer not to talk through the door.
All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
No trouble.
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
Now, don't light a torch, that's for sure. Hey, they call me Dorian.
Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Well, as it happens, yeah. The militia needs your help desperately.
Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Velena, is one of the Alessa's maids and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village or anyone.
Well, that's just stupid. So you intend to drink yourself to death? He can't send anyone. That's insane. Or you could work to help save her.
I'm an old man. Everyone knows we aren't making it through the night. Or are you going to save us?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I intend to try.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that.
Well,
Tell you
yeah.
what. If you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You are asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
Well, if you only knew me, you'd know what my promise is worth. Okay, I promise.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
I don't want to be here when he lights that forge with all that whiskey breath. Let's get out of here. Okay, let's see. What else do we need to do? Let's talk to Murdoch.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll send one of my men to inform Bantegan the militia is ready for battle.
All right, then. I still need to speak to Sir Perth.
You'll find him and his men at the mill by the bridge, to the north.
All right. Is there anything else I can do?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Okay, tell me about this guy.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Let's talk about something else.
There's not much time before sundown.
Yeah, I got you there. I'd like to talk about Dwin, though. How's morale?
Morale's about what you'd expect. These men aren't soldiers. They're villagers defending their homes, and they're frightened. Since you convinced Owen to start repairs, we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. We're better off now that we've sufficient arms. I don't know that we're ready for the battle, really, but were we ever? Is there anything else?
Nah. I'll be back.
Right. Let's hope we see morning.
Oh, yeah, we will. Promise you that. Let's see. We need to... nothing in here to loot. Oh, no, something in the dresser. Whoever's inside the dresser, come out.
Go away. This isn't your home. This is my home. My home, you hear me?
Bevan, is that you?
How do you know my name?
I spoke with your sister in the chantry.
Did she tell you to take me back to the chantry? Don't make me go back there. I hate that place. I hate it.
Don't you think your sister might be worried about you?
Maybe. But she just tells me not to be scared, even though she is. She tells me not to be sad, but she keeps crying because Mother died. I don't want to be sad. I'm brave. I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to fight them off. I will.
At least he knows his mom's dead. From in there?
No. I just heard you coming, and I guess that's not very brave of me, is it? I'll come out now.
Why, you're just
All
a
right.
kid.
I came out. You won't hurt me. Will you? I'll go back to the chantry if you really want.
Well, first tell me what you're doing in there.
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
That's okay, I love secrets. Are you sure? Maybe I could help.
You could. Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was Grandfather's. And Grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like Grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
You said sword, not sword. So where is this sword?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
Well, perhaps I could help you and your sister in return. Persuade, but I could use the sword to help the village.
But I can't give it to you. It was Father's. Caitlin would be so mad if I did.
Well, perhaps I could help you and your sister in return.
You could? Maybe you could give my sister money? She said if we had money, we'd be alright, even if Mother is dead.
I'll talk to your sister about it, I promise.
Oh, alright. Here's the key. I hope you use it to kill a lot of those bad people.
There you go.
I should go back to the chantry. Good luck.
Alrighty. Good luck to you. Okay, well, let's run upstairs. See what we can find.
As you wish.
And the green blade. Tier 4, so let's see. It's not as good as I'm using. Well, that's debatable, I guess. It's got quite a few. Warrior or rogue. Requires 19 strength. Damage 910. It does have quite a few enchants on it. Let's take it. We'll figure out what to do with it later.
Right.
Okay.
On it.
What was that noise? Okay, well, our next step is go talk to the dwarf. We got quite a bit of things to do before we can get into nightfall and the battle. So we will talk to the dwarf in the next episode, and I'll see you then.